Good evening. Oof, that sounds a bit loud for me. Hold on. Hold up. Somebody's messed with my settings. And that someone might have been me at some point. Who knows? Whoever did it, they're no friend of mine. Alright. Let's check my audio. Okay. Let's see where we left off. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I have a civil war on my hands in Rome. I also have an army that I need to take care of up here. An Argonauturm. Is that a rally field? That's right, they've got a garrison there, which makes it harder for me to kill. And I have no money. That's no bueno. So... And I've got more rebels over here. I'm just rebels. Everywhere I go, rebels. Just rebellions everywhere. I don't know what I've done to make people so unhappy. Well, I kind of do. Oh, dear. Tingy. Alright, good. You're heading over that way. So we'll wait a few minutes before I actually do anything for the night. I actually got more stuff to get through. I always think that I'm doing as much as I do every other night, but I feel like I'm getting bigger and bigger with my history lessons here. I may have to cut this one short just so I can make it somewhat, to me, somewhat sensible for time. Either way it goes, let's see if we can take Rome this turn, or this next turn, I should say. I'm sorry, did I just hit my microphone with that? I apologize. That's not okay. See, playing Total War Attila just makes me want to buy Rome Total War 1 so bad. I really want to get it, but just I want to wait for it to go on sale before I justify it. Ooh, somebody did the East won. Very good. Looks like the East won that fight. Let's see. Eastern Roman separatists. See, the East wasn't that, like, it didn't have that many problems right now, like, especially at this point. Eastern Roman separatists, or the Eastern Roman Empire, didn't have that many, like, at least not as many civil wars. The West was just chock full of them. It just never ended for the West. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's see. What do I got? I have a boat full of fighters, 2 legios. Okay, so I probably got a good chance of winning this even without the main army. Yeah, I'm not going to start tonight until I have given people the opportunity to make it here. Be like 15, 20 minutes in, then I'll start. Ooh, it's raining. I love the rain. We need more rain. We need to do things with more rain. And I also realize that rain is just like the most god-awful thing to animate. I recognize its difficulty. Like, rain and water effects are just a pain in the butt. They have to be. Alright, let's put you guys here. Form that tortoise. Alright. What do we got? We got catapults, cavalry, spearmen, and crossbowmen, and 3 swordsmen. Okay. I should probably move my swordsman, or my legio over here. Now, which way are you going? Alright. Let's speed you up. Alright, so you're all going this way. Very good. I don't mind you going that way. cavalry's heading towards me. Okay, hold on, hold on. Let's get y'all in a good formation here. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are these cowards running? Okay. Oh, not what I wanted. Oh, that's just attacking the towers. I don't care about that so much. Yes. Yes. Come charge my spearmen. Make me happy. Are they? They're spread. Oh, they are spread out. Hey, Graham, what's going on, brother? Where y'all going? Are y'all passing up the great opportunity to attack the spearmen? What are you? What are you people? Alright, so let's get these guys up here then. And let's put you guys over here. Clearly, these heathens don't know what's good for them, and they want to charge the wrong people. The wrong kind of people. I am living that dream, sir. I'm not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. They're gonna have to hit the swordsman. I don't like that. Wait, what? I have a ship? I have a ship. Oh my god, I have a ship. That's right. Oh, jeez. Can I move you back? Yeah, move back. Run. Move back. Just retreat. Let the cavalry deal with that. And then let you guys deal with everything else. Run, lads, run! That's fine, but the thing is that those guys are... pull those ships up. See, those guys won't... They can't lose, essentially. So they're fine. These guys, on the other hand, can lose. And they need help. Because the horsies are there. We don't like horsies here. Oh god, I've got freaking those guys coming here. Very good. Now shoot, or not shoot, but throw your javelin, sir. Oh man. So what did you do today, sir? Anything exciting planned or anything exciting done? Oh wait, no. Y'all are definitely staying right there. Quickly, 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 quickly. Get in, get in, get in! No! The horsies are gonna get you. Run! Run! Or no, they're gonna focus on the spearmen like smart people. That works too. Please don't tear down that barricade just yet. Yes. Those, what kind of heavy? Shopping. Shopping. I haven't been shopping in ages. What's that like? Definitely gonna go after those guys next. Yeah, I haven't done anything shopping related. I've gone looking for things that I'd like, but I can't. I don't buy anything. Shopping sucks? It depends on what I'm doing. Depends on what I'm shopping for and why I'm shopping. You know? Get them! I think they just jump into each other. They're just hopping over all these little fences. These poor guys have been running all over here. Oh, groceries. Okay, I thought it was something fun. I was like, oh, you know, it's alright. Shopping isn't that bad. Oh, it's food. Okay, well. Especially with food prices now, man. That sucks. I hate that. Alright. Cavalry, go say hi to our new friends with the crossbows that I'm not even sure exists. No fun for anyone! No one's allowed to have fun anymore. This is America 2021. We're serious all the time. Nothing is funny. You're not even allowed to laugh or smile anymore. I can hear a smile from miles away. I'll report you to the police for having parties. And I'll do it with that guy's voice from, what is that guy's name? Is it, that guy, jeez. Know the facts. That guy. What's his name? He's like that airy, crappy, like, know the facts. That's all I know from. That's all I know about him. Know the facts guy. I mean, that may be too niche, even for my audience. That might be a little too niche. No, don't run that way. Run this way. Well, that's it. I'm out of ammo. Which means the only thing I can do now is smack these guys in the butt. In a playful, jovial, kind of a gym locker way, you know? Alright, let's give these guys a minute. Actually, I'm going to have to send these guys after them. See, at least you're lucky. Whenever I say anything to anybody in public, I for some reason attract either the nicest people or the worst people. I can't have just like someone who goes, eh. Like, they're the worst people or the best people. Like, I remember being in an old store a long time ago, and I said, oh, excuse me, ma'am, and she got so pissed off at me for saying ma'am. You'd have thought I slapped her across the face. Like, she started yelling at me and screaming at me. Then later, like, some dude actually, like, bumped into me, like, with his car, and he was the nicest guy in the world, but, like, I mean, probably didn't help that he hit me with his car, but still, he's a nice old guy. But I mean, I usually attract the worst people in public, and I hate it. More often than not, now that I'm thinking about it, I usually attract the worst people that you'd ever want to meet. Okay, you're gonna have to go this way, because this should not be happening. So my cavalry are gonna have to do all the work. What are you doing? Stop it. Look, cars making funny noises it's just its way of saying that it loves you, okay? Come on. Come on. Oh, man. I keep seeing all these freaking notifications for Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It makes me want to go back and replay Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. And it makes me sad. But with track day. Get him. Get him, horsies. Get him, horsies. Get him, horsies. Yes. Yes. Kill the rebels. Put their heads on spikes. You better break. You better run. We're not ending this. You're gonna die. All of you are gonna die. Rebel scum, exactly. Look, one of the things I wanted to bring up on our Star Wars rant the other day, the new Star Wars movies essentially say that the Empire did nothing wrong at all. Like, I remember like having a discussion with somebody about that a while ago. And essentially, because of the sequel trilogy, even the prequels did this a little bit, but not as bad. But the sequel trilogy, up until them, showed how competent the Empire was under Vader and Palpatine, and how incompetent it was in the hands of a republic. Even a psychotic government like that might have been better than the flaccid, useless republic that had basically taken over, which I don't even know how that happened. It's awful. Awful, awful, awful. Full awful. Full on awful. And that's why you don't eat falafels, because they're awful. Alright, just kill them and be done with it. Now kill them and be done with it. Get out. I'm kidding. Go get him, boys. Go get him. Go get him. Every one of the rebels are gonna die here today. Alright. I know there's more. Where'd they go? Get him. There's only 5 of them left, but all 5 are gonna go. I will show these traitorous scum what it means to rebel. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of holding on to territory so far. I actually haven't lost that much. I mean, I've lost northern and the central Gaul, but I've kept Spain pretty much under wraps. And I've kept Africa under wraps. At least the Vandals haven't shown up yet. Oops, why do I keep doing that? Alright. Eek. Well, I'm glad you know what you're doing, Fokker, because I don't know jack about cars. My car starts breaking down. I just gotta take it in, which is expensive as hell. Oh, the committed tenseis. You win this time, you 8 surviving members of Rebels. Alright. We'll take another turn and then we'll start doing history for the night. We're gonna jump back in. Otherwise, I'm going to start ranting about from things back in the day. So you don't want to kill them? Let's just replenish my stuff. Ooh, okay. So maybe what I'll do is when I have this one and all my defenses are static, I'll start telling the story. And then we'll find out what happens to the Empire. This is a not great defensible location either. I hate this area. Whoa. Alright, that was a weird thing just here. Alright, committed tenseis. Stay here. Alright. I'm still trying to find a good team to play frickin' Barotrauma with me. I got some people that are interested, but nobody's committing, so it's gonna get hard. But I want to play Barotrauma. Or at least get a team to play Barotrauma with me. If not, then I'll just find a team to play 7 Days to Die with me. One of the two. Alright. They should be coming at me. My cavalry, I need to find a... There you go. That's a good place to hide them. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on this very lightly, but I really shouldn't have to do much except sit and wait. Let them come to me. Alright, so... We're going to pick up where we left off last week. So, Majorian is now dead. And Ricimer had ensured that his old friend and ally wouldn't continue to be an obstacle for him. But not everything is going that well for Ricimer. The death of Majorian has opened up a brand new power struggle in Rome. The military is now horrendously unhappy because they liked Majorian and what he was doing. Leo of the Eastern Roman Empire wanted to quote unquote recommend a replacement to the West. The Vandal king Gaiseric also wanted to install his own emperor, Olybrius. Not to mention the myriad of other factors that have been plaguing the West that Majorian tried to settle. And Ricimer just killed the guy who was actually dealing with all of them. But, you know, little things. Gaiseric, in order to encourage the West to install Olybrius, broke his treaty that he had just signed with Majorian and began raiding Sicily and Italy. Strangely, Ricimer didn't actually engage the raiding factions, and instead sent emissaries both to the east and the Eastern Roman Empire, and to the Vandal kingdoms. Ricimer, of course, had no intention of working with the Vandals or the East to determine the new emperor. Ricimer had plotted and schemed too much to come this far for meddlers to throw it out of whack. So on November 19th, 461, Ricimer put forward a man of his own choosing, Libius Severus, to become emperor. The Western Senate actually agreed to him, and it has been about 3 months since Majorian has been killed. Oh, let's finish this up real quick. Finish them off. Kill these guys. Now, Libius is probably chosen because he was a weakling. He was extremely unambitious, and he had done nothing since being in the Roman Senate. So he was very much a relatively useless character in the Roman world. It's also possible that the reason that Libius was chosen was because, or the Senate agreed upon it, was because Libius wouldn't enact social changes like Majorian did. Like, remember, the senators last time were cheating, stealing, and extorting their own areas, or their own provinces. Well, Libius wasn't strong enough or really popular enough to do anything about it, so odds are he's probably not going to do anything about it. But Ricimer's plans didn't go forward without any backlash. If you remember, Aegidius, a friend of Majorian and the governor of Gaul, didn't recognize Libius. And neither did Marcellinus, the governor of Dalmatia. And I'll show you where Dalmatia is when we get back to it. When we get back to the campaign map. But basically, it's the land bridge, if you will, between the Eastern and Western Roman Empire. So it's that little land that kind of curves back around between Italy and Turkey. So we have Gaul and all of Spain in open rebellion, Africa no longer at peace with the West, and the province that connects the East and the West in open rebellion, and the Eastern Roman Empire wanted nothing to do with the new emperor. That's a great start. It's a fantastic start. Oof. Italy had become the only piece left of the Western Roman Empire still under Roman control. Despite all this, Ricimer, now having his puppet installed and the aristocracy approving, did absolutely nothing to stop the raids of the rebellions. He seemed to be enjoying the life that he had carved out for himself in Italy. Let's see. I do not want to charge in just yet. As for Libius' accomplishments as emperor, there are actually none. The only thing we know this guy did was send envoys to the east and to the Vandals. The only administrative things he did was appoint consuls, and one of them was from the east, in an attempt to improve relations with the Eastern Roman Empire. One thing I did want to mention, though, just to show how unhappy everybody is, the Vandals are actively raiding the West and the East. They're being left alone because the East made peace. Or sorry, the Vandals are only attacking the West because the East made peace with them. when the West requested help for dealing with the Vandals, the East's response was essentially, "Yeah, we don't care. You're on your own," because they knew Ricimer was the one actually in charge, and a guy that keeps killing emperors is, kind of not really a favorable person. Oh, hello, I lost my Legios. That's no good. Hopefully my Commander Tensei's can stop them. I'm not holding my breath, but you know. The raids just get worse. And at this point, Ricimer is in a tight spot. He'd enjoyed himself pretty much the entire time, but most of the Roman armies were in revolt in Gaul, and the East won't help thanks to all those provinces he lost. And he had no money from taxes. Because again, all that money he just lost, all those provinces he just lost and gave up at the very beginning of Severus's installment, he didn't bother to try and get back. Now, Ricimer was also in a tight spot because he wasn't able to do anything about it at this point, because he had left it just hanging in the breeze for so long. And now Severus was becoming a liability for him. Severus's docile nature is actually impeding him from doing something about, well, the rebellions. Excuse me. I know, guys. We're trying. I'm trying. So it became a shock when Severus just up and died in November of 465. Obviously, of natural causes. I mean, no one could prove there was foul play, right? I mean, come on. Who would kill their emperor? Again, that's just crazy talk. Instead of installing his own emperor again, Ricimer got the message from the East loud and clear. He humbly requested that the Eastern Roman Emperor Leo I help him in finding a new emperor of the West. Truly an inspiring story, showing how people can indeed change when given the opportunity. 18 months go by, and Ricimer is acting as the sole ruler of the Western Roman Empire. And the troubles just keep compounding. So Emperor Leo of the East is now sharing a similar issue with the West. The Vandals keep popping up in Greece and, well, vandalizing and raiding and pillaging and burning and destroying and all the stuff that the East was more than happy to let slide when it was happening to the West, they now all of a sudden cared about because it was happening in their own backyard. Now, Leo then appointed a man named Procopius Anthemius. The East knew about Ricimer's whimsical nature, and to make it very clear who was in charge, Anthemius received a military escort by Marcellinus, the governor of Dalmatia, along with an entire freaking army just to get him into Rome. Anthemius was an obvious choice for Leo, as Anthemius was born of a noble family, had a family in civic and military positions in the East, and was an experienced general, and most importantly, he was a political rival to Leo. So by appointing a capable general as an emperor, he might be able to resolve his recently acquired Vandal problem and remove a potential rival, and maybe keep Ricimer from getting too much power. So on April 12th, 467, Anthemius was officially pronounced and accepted, crud, as Emperor of the West. And I'll show you where Dalmatia is real quick. That's assuming that it lets me get back to it. Oh, he stabbed me in the face, or the chest, or whatever that is. I wasn't looking. Oh, I gotta get that back. Rebellion. Oh, Dalmatia here. Perfect. This is Dalmatia right here. This entire part. This little stretch of land. It's actually almost perfect. Perfectly cut out for it too, because I think it's. Can I go further? Can I go higher up? Yeah, I can. Yeah, Dalmatia right here. All this. So literally connected the east into the west. So literally at this point in time, I guess. Well, yeah. At this point in time, all of Gaul's gone. Most of Spain is gone, and Dalmatia here. So really, Rome, the West Roman Empire, really only has Liguria, Venetia, Italia, and Sicily. That's literally all he's got left. Whoops. Oh. There we go. Alright, now let's see. Before we go any further. Before we keep learning things that are important. Let's do the garrison, definitely. Now then. The Huns are approaching, apparently. As well as bad people. Freaking rebels. Let's see if we can retake Rome this turn. What is this? A battering ram? Okay, Alright, let's see here. Average, so what's unhappy? Why are we unhappy here? We don't have any... We have a church here, we're good. We're good with the church. But it's going to take a little while for that to level out. Why are you under... Oh, you need to be repaired. Repair, 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 repair. Got it. Now, where did I lose somebody? And Tarako. But first, let's focus on Sabrigaburgru. Or maybe these guys. And let's see if we can take Elusa back. Ooh, that's gonna be a hard fight. I may have to just let them sit that one out. They got too many fights and not enough fighters. Ah, god dang it. I need more soldiers. I burned through all my money. So, you know what? Honorius, you need to be somewhere else right now. Because I can't just have you sitting over here. As much as I would lovingly have you stay over there, I need you somewhere else. And I really want that space back, but it's just not gonna happen right now. Even with a second army, it's not an overwhelming force. Jeez. Oh, it's because he's got catapults, that's why. Now, let's see. You guys... I don't need to do that. I can just put you right here. It would be great if I can get some catapults coming in here soon. That would be fantastic. And I think that's... Where is that? Where's my catapult stuff? Some of the stuff here is really weird. How do I get Palatinas? I forget. Where do I get my Palatinas from? Scout Equites. Where do I get my Palatinas? Oh, that's my supply storage. Okay, so I would really like a supply storage here. But yeah, where do I get my Palatina guards? I thought I got some of those, or if I thought I could recruit those. Oh well, won't worry about it right now. And I really wish I could use you somewhere else too right now, but I don't think I can get away with it. As for you... Let's see, step-mounted brigands. Ooh, pikemen. Pikemen versus cavalry. Absolutely, I want that. How much is that going to be a month? Still expensive, but... We're going to go full Western Roman Empire style and just supplement my forces with Goths. If I can afford it, I'm taking it. So that'll be my next thing, is getting an onager. So I can start tearing down these walls faster. Ugh, man. Okay, I need to... I really got to take this stuff back. They got 4 turns. Huh, I never noticed that. So that doesn't look like a Gladius anymore. That looks like a Spatha, or Spatha. Which kind of look like Gladiuses, but they're just longer. They're like a barbarian version of the Gladius sword. Although I really doubt they intended that to happen. It's there's not much of a difference between the two, except they're just longer. All right. Yeah, let's do that. Now, who am I fighting with over here? They've left me alone. I'm kind of just willing to let them be unhappy over there because I don't really care. They're not doing much to me. Tingy, and you guys, I mean, you honestly, what do you have? What do you have over here? Do you have anything else? Do you actually have any territory? No, you've got one territory, and I genuinely think that you are becoming a mild nuisance to me. Say mild nuisance. You're becoming a nuisance to me. So I'm pretty sure you guys are actually not helping. And I could use the money, but there's nothing that you have over there that I want. I'll have to leave you alone for now. Bring me their heads. Alright, what army can I use right now that I have not used yet? Jeez, they're just desolating this place over here. Oh my gosh. So, literally, Pannonia is almost gone. Oops. Rhaetia is, well, it's not almost gone, but I've lost part of it. It's so expensive to bring that stuff back, too. It's just almost not worth it. I've lost. Hey, at least we've got one thing, right? I've lost my foothold in England. And I'm slowly losing Spain. Slowly. But I still have retained some of Gaul. So yeah, I'm actually following the timeline relatively well, except Honorius is still alive. Alright. So King Gaiseric of the Vandals, despite Anthemius being named emperor, is still trying to get Leo and everybody else to be named... still trying to get Olybrius named emperor. Gaiseric's version of persuasion was usually done in the form of raiding and pillaging, but I'm sure it was all completely hunky-dory. So what he would do is he would basically send an emissary to Leo, and then he would say, hey, Leo, you should definitely make this guy, emperor. And then he would say, of course, well, this is already done. And then he would say, well, in that case, I'm going to go burn your crap down. And that's really persuasive, isn't it? That's essentially what ended up happening over and over and over again. Let's see, let's get everybody ready here. Oh, there it is. I was like, where's my... There it is. Now you, right here. You here. You here. And let's keep you guys over here. Very good. Oh, and a barricade. Yes, it has. Now, Anthemius had some problems that he had to address now that he was the emperor. The West is barely a shadow of itself, only holding on to Italy and Sicily. Eroding tax revenues, influence, and respect around their side of the world has led to some major problems. Anthemius, being from the East, was made everyone in the West see him as a foreigner. His Greek heritage was also used as a cudgel, politically speaking. The economic and social issues that Majorian attempted to deal with were resurging and becoming worse. Oh, let's make sure these guys are in. Yeah, they're in there. They're in that Tetsudo formation. The Vandals were making their presence known by visiting Italy now and again, reminding people how angry they were. And lastly, Ricimer. Ricimer had developed this really nasty habit of playing kingmaker, and only an idiot would ignore it. Ricimer had deposed Avitus, sponsored then murdered his own friend and ally Majorian. Then suspiciously, Severus died when he became an obstacle to Ricimer. Anthemius may not be from the West, but he wasn't blind to the political intrigues of a royal court. The East had its own share of hazardous work environments. Anthemius figured that something had to be done two, if not, something had to be done something had to be done too, if not to control Ricimer, than to keep him from making Anthemius another one of Ricimer's victims. Removing Ricimer wasn't really an option. Let's do this. Oof, now I gotta pay attention. Let's go kill the onagers. Removing Ricimer wasn't really an option. Due to the lack of respect Anthemius had in the West, removing its general would yield a more likely deadly result. Oh dear. Okay, then I guess you guys need to be over here instead. Anthemius needed Ricimer on his side, so in late 467, Anthemius married his only daughter to Ricimer. Anthemius' daughter, Alypia, was not really excited about marrying a barbarian general who consistently murdered people. I also suspect that a high-ranking noblewoman of the East marrying a known traitor of Western emperors probably didn't sit well with her. I don't know anybody who would. But you never know. Maybe Ricimer's just a nice guy, right? Oh. Let's get you guys in that fight. Quick. Oh, you're not running fast enough. I thought I told you to charge. With Ricimer, hopefully placated, Emperor Leo and Anthemius united under one cause for the first time in decades. The Vandals had to go. Geiseric had plagued both empires for far too long. He had been kicking a hornet's nest hoping for honey, and for a long time had been getting what he wanted out of it. But enough was enough. Leo ordered a massive assembly of ships, 1,100 to be exact, to dwarf Majorian's fleet of 300, and basically the entire empire was used to house these ships. Leo's army consisted of about 100,000 men made ready to punish the Vandals for their insolence against both East and West alike. The East alone had raised a massive army and was devoting a massive amount of resources to the Vandal threat. To pay for this, Leo used his prefects to acquire about 47,000 pounds of gold, another 17,000 pounds from the imperial treasury, and another 700,000 pounds of silver. This is an astronomical sum of money to deal with them, but that just kind of shows you how pissed off they were against the Vandals. Jeez. I know my odds here weren't that great, but good lord. But the East wasn't the only interested party. Anthemius in the West also contributed to this endeavor. Numbers aren't actually known for the West, though, because the West was falling apart and still record keeping is pretty shoddy. But what we do know was that Marcellinus, leading a massive army, was committed to this war. With no ships to speak of, the West had to rely on the East for naval support. Oof. Well, at least I knocked out some of their guys, right? If the Vandals weren't worried yet, another player entered the arena. Heraclius had invaded Africa and had begun reconquering territory from the Vandals with his ultimate goal of gaining Carthage. Heraclius was another general from the east, so he brought his own men into the fray. So now you've got three major players. Basiliscus, brother-in-law to Emperor Leo, would command the eastern fleet, Marcellinus commander of the western army, and Heraclius the east, all working in tandem to put the Vandals down for good. In the opening months of the United Roman Front, the forces of the Rome were demolishing any Vandal force that stood in its way. The fleet under Basiliscus had sunk hundreds of enemy vessels, Marcellinus had taken Sardinia and was retaking Sicily, and Heraclius had taken multiple Vandal cities including Tripoli, all with very minimal losses. Although, of course, unfortunately, we don't know much about it. This is the one downside to this time period. We really don't know, like, the details of the battles. I do know one of them, though, which we're going to go into in depth today. Let's see what this next turn is going to look like. All seemed to be going well. Rome's expedition was winning, and its enemies were once again cowering in fear of their betters. But one man was not adjusting well to this change. Ricimer. Despite being married to the emperor's daughter, he had to share and actually sometimes be under the command of Marcellinus. Ricimer had grown jealous of Marcellinus, so when Ricimer needed to be somewhere, there were always significant delays. He would go even further than just delaying and also just actively hindering Marcellinus as the supreme commander. Ricimer would actually would veto important military strategies and movements. And it's one of the reasons Marcellinus actually never makes it to Africa. He gets stuck in Sicily because every time he tries to leave, Ricimer basically vetoes everything that he does. Alright, let's see. Why are y'all rebelling? What are y'all rebelling for? Oof, the immigration stuff. Alright. Understandable. But there's nothing really I can do here, so let's see. Public order +4, that'll at least help a little bit out. Not a whole lot. Let's see if I can move that somewhere else as well. Can I do it over here? No. No, I cannot. Oh, wow. Okay, so this will be easy. Despite this setback, the eastern forces pressed on. Basiliscus' fleet was moving in around Carthage, and Heraclius' army was preparing to move as well. Gaiseric sent a message to Basiliscus requesting 5 days to draw up some kind of peace treaty. For some stupid reason, Basiliscus agreed. There was no hope for Gaiseric to win as he was surrounded, but sieges are expensive and would cost a lot of lives, so negotiations began. Basiliscus moved his fleet back to Cape Bon, where it waited quietly for further orders. And we're going to pick up that story in just a minute, but first, let's take this city that's defended by one unit of soldiers. Oh my gosh, they spawn me in range of the enemy? Jeez, that's terrible. That's right. Wiser men would flee, but I mean, they're rebels they are rebels. Hello, I've never seen this before. That's kind of cool. Marcus Agrippa. I don't know. My Latin's not that good. So yeah, so far the Roman Empire is doing a really good job. It's actually doing so well that the Visigoths, which at this point in time are just raiding the living crap out of the West, they're terrified. They see the East and the West reuniting, and they are seeing a powerhouse that hasn't been seen in decades at this point. They are so terrified of this new merger, of this new I guess agreement, that they stop raiding entirely and immediately start asking them to, like, hey, we were just kidding about all that taking your land stuff, right? It gets fine. We're fine. Everything's fine, right, guys? Like, that's how terrifying this new force under both East and West is doing. This hasn't a push and effectiveness has not been seen like this since before Theodosian, which is the guy who split the empire apart. Like I cannot stress to you how much of a massive change this is. All right, let's see here. I can probably drop this. I don't need this anymore. Alright, let's move forward. Everybody move forward. I hate that so much. When you take an area, they just take the towers just fall apart. I despise that about this game. I get that it's kind of a balancing measure, but it's just dumb. It's just dumb. In Rome too, when you took a tower, whenever you took an area, it just turned into yours. At the very least, if you didn't want to give me the towers, just make the towers go dormant. But there's no reason for the towers to just fall apart. And don't get me wrong, in the beginning of Total War Attila, before the patches, those towers were super OP. They were bad. I won't lie. They were bad. Alright, let's get you all over there. I need that tower. Otherwise, it's just going to shoot at all my guys. Come on, just go. Oh, wow! That's interesting. I've never had that happen before. I lost almost an entire unit because they blew up the tower. That's awesome. That's fantastic. No, I will not start over him. The lovely thing about VODs is you can just, video on demand it anytime you wish. Oh wow, I lost an entire unit to this. That is some next level special. Look at that, they're running, like, because the way the game works is that I take a tower and the tower just explodes, because that's exactly how that works. Look at them. They're even running in single file. Look at that. They're doing great. My elementary school teacher would be very proud. I mean, she couldn't get us to walk in single file. These guys are running in single file. Almost. I mean, these three guys are a little bit out of it, but, I'd say overall that is a successful move. I could just charge my cavalry in there and call it a day. So I probably will. Le Colosseum. Maybe I could do a whole, maybe a little blurb about the Colosseum, because the Colosseum's really cool. Like, so much so that, it did stuff that we didn't even realize it did until, what, a decade ago? Like, they used to use, of course they used it for gladiator battles, but they'd also use it for historical events, and so they would recreate historical events that would happen in Rome's history, so like the fall of Sparta, the fall of Illyria and Thracia, all those different groups. But one of the things they also did is that they would also basically what this is there's like a giant reservoir underneath it. They would just plug up and they just fill this with water, and they would actually build boats in here. They'd have sea battles here. It's really cool, actually. I wish that they could actually, somebody would rebuild it and show us, but I don't know. I doubt it. But putting that back together and actually showing people what that would look like would be super cool to me. I'm sure that would be expensive and not at all useful, but whatever. Not to mention the trapdoors and everything, but again, the thing is a giant horrifying arena, but it's really cool. Especially when you think about the number of people that were killed in there. And I don't even remember which one, but there was one guy, and I want to say Spartacus did this, like the slave Spartacus. But I don't remember. But there was one historical battle that was happening, and what they would do is they would give the supposed losers a massive disadvantage so that they would of course lose. And in this case, what they did is that they would scatter them all around the arena, and then they would actually just let the Roman cavalry just charge in and just tear them to shreds. What one guy did, and again, I wish I could remember who it was, he actually rallied the soldiers, the slaves, into a circle around the middle, and since the Roman cavalry couldn't really break the circle, what ended up happening was that the actual slaves won, which was not supposed to happen. I forget who did that, but that was one of those moments where it was kind of like it was rare for that to happen. It was very, very rare. But the Roman people loved it. They thought it was great, which I thought was kind of strange. But they just saw the underdogs rally and form up, and then defeat the Roman. I think it was either gladiators or Roman soldiers. I can't remember which one they used. It's been too long since I've read the story. Now, it could also be that that's just a myth. I have no idea. I'd have to go look it up again. But yeah, cool stuff. Maybe I'll try to do like a whole section on the Colosseum and like the heroes of the arena. All right, let's see here. Let's see, scouts. Show me what's up there. This seems like a terrible place to put this, whatever this was. Ooh, the aqueduct. Is this somebody's house over here? Oh yeah, it's a little hut. There's one thing over here that caught my eye that I wanted to look at, but I can't remember where the heck it was. Or was it? No. Oh, here it is. What is this? What was this? Is it a temple? I don't even know. Oh wow, yeah, there's bad people up there. Fetch. Go get them. Yes, just this massive mob of infantry and cavalry just running up the steps. And some of them are, I guess, walking. Maybe not running. Running is a bit of a misnomer. Anyway. So, back to what we're doing. So one night in 468, silhouettes of ships began to slowly move into Cape Bon, where the sleeping Roman ships were docked. The night sky, so calm and peaceful, was suddenly punctuated with the sounds of exploding and burning ships and screaming soldiers. Geiseric had struck. The negotiations were the perfect stall Geiseric had needed. The first wave of ships from the Vandals were the fire ships, sent to do as much damage as possible from the outset. The second wave were the Vandal forces, leaping onto Roman decks and slaughtering all in their wake, but the Romans didn't go out without a fight. They were sent here to destroy the Vandals and send them back to whatever hell they came from, not for them to go home. Or not for the Romans to be sent home with their tail between their legs. So Roman commanders rushed forward, charging the Vandals that had been invading their ships with whatever men they could rally. Swords and axes clashed on the decks of these burning ships. Every time the Romans pushed the Vandals off their vessels, more just kept flinging on from the water below. The fight was turning slowly against the Romans. Ships were burned or captured, slowly but surely. Despite the ever-growing onslaught, the Romans sold their lives dearly and bled the Vandals as much as they could for every ship they took. If Vandals wanted those ships so badly, they'd have to fight for every single one. A commander by the name of Ioannis stood up on deck of his ship with his remaining crew, daring the Vandals to take it from him. By known accounts, his ship was covered in piles of Vandal bodies. Their bodies a warning as well as a challenge to his treacherous foe. The Vandal forces charged the deck and were cut down over and over by Ioannis and his crew, but eventually, one by one, Ioannis' crew began to fall. Finally, Ioannis, standing on his blood-soaked deck, his heavy armor caked with blood, with the blood of his enemies, he looked around his ship and realized his ship would fall. His last remaining crew were being overwhelmed or were already dead. Out of the carnage and the fire, a single Vandal stepped onto Ioannis' troublesome deck. Genso, son of Geiseric, had personally come to put down Ioannis and to end the last remaining pockets of Roman resistance. Ioannis refused to be taken captive. His final words were he would never come under the hands of dogs. He then threw his battered frame over the side of his ship, letting his heavy armor drag him into the inky depth below. Basilicus, seeing how violently the Vandals had moved through his navy, fled. By the end, half of the Roman fleet was burned, sunk, or captured. The other half had left with Basilicus. The Vandals had once again decimated an unstoppable army through treacherous means. Because if we remember, they did the exact same thing. Let's see. Occupado. Yeah, I'm going to raise the city of Rome. That would be really, really good. Oops, not that. Without the fleet, Heraclius was cut off. And without the fleet, or Marcellinus, he didn't have the numbers to defeat the Vandals. He would stay in Africa fighting a guerrilla war for about 2 more years. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy some more stuff. Ugh, conquering Rome. So, ugh, dirty. Let me see, I gotta deal with this guy. Oh, you need to be married. To somebody. How old are you? 30? Sure, why not? I need to secure loyalty. I can't do it. Oh, he's a governor. I don't need that. That's fine. Oh, jeez. Okay. So let's see where we are before we go any further. Yeah, a little more to go. Okay. Let's see if we can get this back. Come on, let me get it. Let me retake Segobriga. I don't like those odds. I want more people, more bodies, more men. 4 turns. I'll just take it where it is. That same year, Ricimer instigated an assassination attempt against Marcellinus, which succeeded and left him in complete control of the Western armies. The expedition to retake Africa was over. It had bled both the east and the west of nearly everything it had in money and men, and the result was a crushing and resounding defeat. After learning of this defeat, the Visigoths resumed their campaigns against the west. The east signed a treaty with Gaiseric, and the Vandals resumed their raids upon the west as well. Alright, let's see if we can set this place up. Actually, let's do a whole formation. Let's do something I don't do very often. Let's put ourselves in a formation. And we're going to move forward in a formation. Don't run, just walk. Anthemius was out of allies as the Eastern Emperor seemingly abandoned him to lick his own wounds. The treasury was near empty and Africa was no longer a viable option. Oof. Anthemius had turned his attention to Gaul then. If he could not have Africa, perhaps he could reclaim Gaul. So in 470, Anthemius hired Bretons to retake Gaul for him. They agreed and were met with initial success, followed by crushing defeat once they invaded Visigothic heartland. King Euric of the Visigoths saw this as a greater sign of Rome's weakness and more fervently began to invade the remaining of Roman territory. In 470, Anthemius fell gravely ill. Ricimer, being his really awesome self, saw this as an opportunity to put another puppet in place, or to start positioning another puppet. Anthemius, though, recovered, but rumors had spread and reached him that Ricimer's supporters had used dark sorceries to inflict illness upon him. Anthemius accuses Romanus and Ricimer's supporters of treachery and were beheaded. Romanus being the guy that Ricimer actually put forward as a possible replacement emperor for Anthemius. Ricimer, denied his puppet emperor again, became furious over what he saw was a denial of what was rightfully his. Around this time, nasty rumors started to begin that Anthemius was in fact actually a pagan and not a Christian. I wonder where those came from. This left Ricimer and Anthemius further apart, but had not broken any peace yet. So in 471, Anthemius sent his only son Anthemiolus and 3 generals to retake Gaul from the Visigoths. Euric met this force and destroyed it, killing all 3 generals and Anthemiolus. I heard catapults, so I probably should pay more attention now. Why am I sending my Why am I sending my committed tenseis? I should be sending my dirty, awful spearmen forward. Though that works too, I guess. Where are these guys? As for you, let's move you over here. Okay, let's focus on this before we keep going. Let's definitely roll you around here, because I'll be able to at least take you out. Yes, yes, yes. I'm aware my general's under attack, and he should be able to kill everybody around him because he's a big, strong Palatina guard. It is embarrassing that my pikemen cannot defeat these filthy traitors. Let's see here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I thought it was only one unit over there. Oh my god, that's way too many units. Grim, why didn't you tell me? Where are you? Where did they go? There they are. Go, push. Push, 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 push. They cannot hope to beat us all. It is Ironham's fault. That is actually my philosophy, is when something is broken, it's Ironham's fault. Speaking of, I actually have to have Ironham's opinion on the music before I implement it. I got a final, I think I have a final draft of the intro music that we'll be using, assuming I can get my frickin' overlays to work properly. For some reason, they just keep giving me audio issues. I have no idea why that matters, though. Every time I use them, I have really bad reverb. It doesn't matter what I do. Yes, charge. Retake the Colosseum. Colosseum. That's it. The Colosseum. Let's see. So Uric actually killed Anthemiolus and all the generals. This would mark the last attempt Anthemius would ever try to retake Gaul. At the same time as the Second Gaul campaign, Ricimer moved into northern Italy with roughly 6,000 soldiers. Anthemius and Ricimer, after a plotted coup and pent-up hostilities, were preparing to go to war with each other. Local parties pleaded with them to basically not do that because it would kill a lot of people, because this is going to be happening in Rome. Local parties, they eventually reach a peace agreement, and a truce is reached, and Ricimer returns to Rome. Who's left? Seriously, who's left? That's everybody, isn't it? Is there somebody up here? I don't think there's anybody left here. There has to be, because otherwise the game would be over. It's obviously somebody's left. So at the beginning of 472, hostilities picked up again, and Anthemius feigned an illness. He then departed and took refuge in St. Peter's Basilica. Emperor Leo, upon hearing this news, sent a man named Olybrius same one that Geiseric wanted to be emperor, to reconcile Ricimer and Anthemius. Leo's mission for Olybrius didn't end there. Once he forged a peace between Anthemius and his son-in-law, he was and Anthemius' son-in-law, he was to go to the court of King Geiseric and negotiate a peace there between the Vandals and the East. I don't know where these other guys are. Where these other guys run off to? Okay. Game, are you broken? Where are the baddies? I don't know where the bad guys are. Whatever. Olybrius had actually done this exact same thing previously due to him being a personal due to him having personal familial ties with Geiseric. And it was actually the only reason that a peace treaty was ever found or ever done with the Vandals in the East. Leo then sent a letter in secret to Anthemius after Olybrius had left for Rome. In this letter, he states that in order for Anthemius to retain his position, he must kill his son-in-law Ricimer. He also requests that Anthemius kill Olybrius. This letter never makes it to Anthemius. Ricimer's men, who are basically watching the port of Rome, intercept the letter, and upon learning of its message, show it to Olybrius. Ricimer then decides to name Olybrius emperor. The result was a 5-month-long civil war inside the city of Rome. The civic authorities and the people sided with Anthemius, while the barbarian armies sided with Ricimer. Both Anthemius and Ricimer asked the commander of the Gallic forces for help, Gundobad. The problem for Anthemius here is that Gundobad is the nephew of Ricimer. 3 guesses which side he took. So, Ricimer began to starve the city, and despite Anthemius' efforts to rally his supporters, he was defeated. Out of options and out of food, Anthemius disguised himself as a beggar and made his way to St. Peter's Basilica. Upon trying to sneak his way into the church, the forces of Ricimer and Gundobad captured Emperor Anthemius, and on July 11th, 472, Anthemius is beheaded. Though we don't know who actually did the deed and physically did it, we do know that Ricimer had wanted Anthemius dead since the execution of Romanus. So once again, the Vandals got what they wanted. The Emperor Olybrius is now sitting on the throne, and Geiseric got to keep all of his land. So it was that Ricimer killed his father-in-law, and the reign of Emperor Olybrius begins. But we're not going to talk about that until next week. So a lot of stuff happened. Most of it bad. And for the love of God, where, oh where, could the freaking leftovers be? Oh, end battle. That's why. I did not even see that. I must have clicked it and didn't even notice it. Oh, man. I feel bad for Anthemius. That's gonna suck. I also just suck for his daughter, right? His daughter had to basically deal with a guy who murdered her father. Like, that's awful. Alright. Segobriga. Let's see. Can I take this one yet? I might, but let's let that one wait a little bit longer. How about you? Can I take Lugdunum back? Yes, I can. They have a battering ram. Oh, they've got 2 catapults. Maybe I want to wait for the siege towers. In the meantime, raid. Not that it's going to do much good here, but, you know, you never know. You never know with these things. You just never know. Alright, what do you got? What do you got for me? What did you bring me? Oh, looks like the Huns backed off. Oh, hello. Go away. Go away, you freaking rebels, again. Just auto-resolve. Don't even care. Just kill him. Ugh. But overall, from what I read about Anthemius, he actually wasn't that incompetent. Like he definitely didn't have a lot of things going for him. And really, he should have killed Ricimer. Like that's the only thing I can think of is that even if he had dealt with like a small rebellion, it would have been better than dealing with what he dealt with. Ricimer is the only reason that his entire reign failed. Can I? All right, hold on. What do I have? What do I have available here? Okay. I'm gonna need public order done. Jeez. Do I still have room for one more? No? No, I don't. Yes, I do. Oh, but no money. I have no money! Ham! Why don't I have money? Oh, I got two. Are these the Allens? The Vandals! Filthy Vandals. I don't know. It seemed like it would have taken a lot longer than it really did. I really need to learn how to gauge time better, don't I? That's like the first thing I need to do. Learn how to gauge time. Ugh, they've got two pikemen. Ah, jeez, this is gonna be nasty. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, darn it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to hopefully use my cavalry like I have been and just keep hitting people from the back if they freaking will do what I want them to. I doubt they will, but you never know. I might get lucky. I might get lucky. And now that I can focus on this. So what's on everybody's weekend schedule, huh? Anything fun or exciting happening? Oh, crap. They are going to make this very difficult. Come on, grab him, grab him, grab him, grab him, grab him. Yeah! Tear him apart. Ah, well, whatever, it's fine. Alright, no, it's not fine. You're losing. Run, no! No, I didn't tell you to go that way. Maybe I should slow that down a little bit. Frost, is that like that city builder? That little city, that's like a ice city builder thing? Again, I won't put Epic on my computer. I can't. I just can't in good conscience put that crap on my computer. I hate that company. And it's really sad is the fact that like Epic, published Gears of War. I mean, one of my favorite franchises, and I can't be bothered to put that crap on my computer. That thing is cancer. I despise Epic as a studio or as a company now. It's just it's an utter piece of trash. I do. No, they're not. EA is garbage. Yes, don't get me wrong. EA is utter trash too. Epic wants to put freaking spyware on my computer, and they got caught doing it twice. Yeah, but EA Origins isn't actively installing backdoors on my computer. Epic has been caught doing that multiple times. Whenever they first launched the Epic Game Store, that was one of the biggest problems that they came out with. Like within a week, someone was like, "Dude, they are actually like putting spyware on your machine so that it monitors things on your computer, and then gathers information from it. Like it's bad." I mean, it's possible. It really, I mean, that maybe that is the case. Maybe EA does it too. But usually, you've got really smart people, or I say autistic people, that don't like these companies that are more than happy to tell you if that's the case. And I've never heard of EA doing that. I really don't think that that EA is installing backdoors on your computer or trying to sniff out more information off of your computer. Whereas now, granted, I totally believe they use their game store to do like data analytics and mining, but that's not the same thing as installing backdoors. It's not the same thing as intentionally trying to dig through private data. And I really don't like the way that not Origins. I'm sorry. I really don't like the way that they do business. So basically, what they'll tell these small companies, they'll say, hey, if you don't give us exclusive rights to certain games, what they'll do is they'll say, well, if you're not going to give us those rights, then you're never going to be allowed on our store. That's another crappy thing that I really don't like them. So intentionally, they get these priorities, these exclusivity deals by coercion. I don't like that either, and I will not be a part of it. I know that I'm just one guy, and right now I don't buy very many video games. No, they don't. Total War Troy was free on the Epic Game Store for like a month, and I still couldn't be bothered. But that being said, Total War Troy was not very good. At least from what I've seen, it was pretty terrible. I don't even know why I had this fight, or why I chose to fight this fight. It's a waste. I'm gonna lose. What the hell, I might as well just charge them. It's the same thing with League of Legends. That's the reason why I uninstalled and no longer use and play League of Legends. Not only because the fan base is just absolutely and utterly trash. Let's say they're trash. There's a lot of people, like, I've yet to play in a game where somebody isn't picking a fight. They're just such really awful losers and winners. Like, it's like playing Call of Duty with a bunch of 12-year-olds. Like, there's no such thing as like, oh, hey, man, good game. Nah. I could play League with, like, friends of mine, but I'm not going to install that crap on my computer anymore. Ugh, if I was to think of all the money I wasted playing League of Legends, I bought skins and everything, man. Oh, now you want peace. Let's see. Fine. I'll take it. Just don't raid me anymore, sir. Leave me alone. Like the Huns. The Huns need to leave me alone. They need to learn. I need to teach them a lesson as soon as I get some good cavalry. Though I'm sure their cavalry will definitely outperform mine. Speaking of the Epic Game Store, or Epic in general, I would love to see a PC port of Gears of War. I would love to see that. I would totally buy that. Ugh. Another freaking rebellion. So many rebellions. So much unhappy. Why are they all unhappy? And I already have no money at the very beginning. I didn't even do anything and I'm already out of money. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, is that... I think one of these costs money. I think that's what it is. Yeah, this one costs money, I think. Alright. Ugh. I need to get my men up here as fast as possible. Maybe this will help. They didn't take it, so hopefully this will help persuade them not to. Now, let's see here. Where was I? Let's take Lugdenham, hopefully. So I'm thinking, what if I moved you guys? Can I move you guys up here? No. Then I will just take Lugdenham. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be really cool to revisit Gears of War for PC. Except Gears of War 2 and 3 need a remaster. Gears of War 2 especially. It's just in that time period where, like, it really just needs some cleanup. It's still a good game. It still looks pretty good. It just needs a little bit of cleanup. And Gears of War 3, well, it might be new enough where it doesn't need a remaster. But I would love to see them port that over and clean it up a little bit. But no, they're not going to do that because I think that requires effort, actual effort. Heck, I would even accept them doing what they did to the Mass Effect series, where they just kind of added some textures and that's it. Not great. It's definitely kind of a trash move. It's barely working for what it looks like, but it's something. Ah, reinforcements. Ugh, don't hit my stuff. Please don't hit my stuff. At least they're... Oh, back up. Yeah, aside from maybe the Mass Effect the Legendary Edition, the redo, and like Barotrauma, which I want to play, nothing's really catching my eye right now. Like nothing is really kind of just sticking out to me as like, yeah, this looks really good. I'm sure there's stuff out there that exists. I know Ham wants me to play porn games on my Twitch stream, but I told him I don't think that Twitch would appreciate that, or my audience. You know, it's a family-friendly place, Ham. We don't stream degeneracy. Well, it's because it's degenerate, sir. We don't stream degeneracy. We have standards here. Or at least we pretend to have standards, at the very least. We pretend to have standards. That way we can look down upon all the little people and be like, why are you less than us? You know? Oh. Come on, boys. Get up there. Get up there. I did stream BioShock Infinite, but that was different. That was a what do you want to call that? That was just me being angry. That was a hate play. Well, sir, I mean, I look, just because I am a degenerate in every other aspect of my life does not mean that I have to play titty games, okay? Get on there. What are you doing? Artistic degeneracy. That is probably the way that many people would describe their quote-unquote hobbies. But yeah, something just tells me that people probably wouldn't really appreciate me streaming titty games. And even if they did, I wouldn't... If I was to do that, and that's like a massive if, like probably never gonna happen because I don't really want to. Somebody would have to pay me money to do it, and then on top of that, I would probably need to like stream it only on Discord, and it would require a crap ton of money for me to do that. I'm willing to be paid to do it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it of my own free will. Am I gonna have to charge my commander all the way over here? No! I didn't know they could actually break those. Crap. That makes things more complicated, especially if I can't get guys up here. Now get up there and do me proud. Look, if that's what you want to do, if that's the hill you want to die on, fine. I think there are better things to spend your money on than that, but fine, so be it. I mean, I would like, I don't know, I don't even know. I would GoFundMe to I don't know, pay for 3 or 4 people's versions of I don't know, just any game to stream together. I don't know, just why would you ever want to pay somebody money to stream a porn game? I don't understand. Like, unless we're laughing at it. If we're laughing at it, that might actually be funny. It's like, oh, I'm watching this porno for the plot. Yes, the plot. The plot that is measurable in cups. That might be funny. Come on. This is not going as well as I was hoping. And for some reason, my freaking... these are stacked up on top of each other and I can't get rid of them. I did. They did? I have hidden soldiers? I didn't know that. Oh, whoops. I think I just debuffed myself. Jeez, I'm just getting my butt kicked. At this rate, I'm not going to need them to do much, because I'm not even going to get past the walls. Hop on, man. Move that out of the way. I'm just gonna get. I'm just getting destroyed here. I've lost one of my towers. I'm gonna lose another one at this rate. Yeah, I'm gonna lose another one. On top of that, I'm gonna have guys just stuck on the other side of the wall. Dude, move that crap, man. At the very least, I need to freaking ram that door down. Just skirmish the crap out of him for right now. I need bodies. Oh, and let's get you guys up here too. Alright, drop that. Wow, and there goes that tower. Jeez. Now I gotta do this. Otherwise I am royally screwed. Hop on. Now, break down that door. That's open for some reason. Jeez, this is an utter nightmare. I'm gonna lose so many soldiers here. Yeah, they're all tired. That's fine. As long as I can get them up there, that's fine. This is painful. This is so painful. At least the gate's almost down. Go! Charge in! Save the remaining forces! And hopefully don't get all my men killed. Go, boys, go! Go! And And except now I've only got one way forward, which is through the front frigging door. Maybe I'll get lucky. But I'm slowly beating them just by a war of attrition. That's one of the other big problems about this engine, or at least the way they move or use this engine. There's a lot less tactics involved with the newer Total Wars. It feels a lot more just like mob infantry, and that's it. You just whoever has the bigger mob wins. Now, granted, if I smack you in the back with cavalry, it's I'm probably gonna win. But there's a lot of stuff that really doesn't go into play because the morale system doesn't play as much of a role in this as it did in Rome Total War 1. Rome Total War 1, if you got flanked, that was almost a surefire way for your unit to break, unless you were Romans or something, because for some reason Romans were much less immune to shock than everybody else. But man, if you played as like Gaul, you guys had a good charge, but I mean, as soon as you got into melee combat with Romans, you were dead. That is it, you're done. It's so hard to play as Gaul in Rome 1. Flavius, I need you up here. I know you're tired, but I need you up here to start doing some cool stuff. Alright, let's end this before I have to do much else. Oh, man. Right in the eye. Occupado. No! Ugh, that was really bad. That was really painful. Alright, so Lugdunum is now back under proper Roman control. Varicum. I don't have any money. And I'm not going to get any money either because I'm really hurting for it. Let's see. Nope. Can I take Narbo? I can probably take Narbo back with these, or or actually no, I need to take out these frickin' raiders here that are doing nothing but sitting on my backyard. Let's move you guys out forward over here too. Eek. Let's disband you. That's money I can use. And then you guys, I just moved y'all, so y'all probably can't go much further. Ugh. Filthy Schwein. Let's see here. So Grim, when do you plan to do your next movie review? I need money. I still need to... I'll probably try to sit down tomorrow and watch the original one. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. God, I just can't fight that immigration unhappiness. Ah, crud. You have the kid to watch the movie first? What movie is it, though? Please tell me it's a horror movie. Ah, back to this again, are we? Come on. The Huns. This will probably be my last turn tonight. Oh, yeah. I keep hearing about that. Mostly from y'all, but I need to like actually look into it and see what that movie is. Or show, or whatever it is. I've been too busy with any free time that I have is essentially spent watching The Expanse, so I have to finish that up as fast as I can. Ugh, my settlement's been sacked. Really? Ah, they tore out everything in that building too, or in that area too. Alright, so let's see. It would not help, or sorry, it would not hurt. No, I need stronger units. I need stronger soldiers. As for you, what the hell? What's that from? Are those now the default guys I can recruit? I guess so. So can I upgrade? No, I can't. So how much? 168 to 189. Jeez. These guys are still pissed off. Alright, is it? Man, paganism is just taking off here and I can't stop it. I don't even know if I can. It just will not go away. It just won't stop. Maybe if I can... Maybe that guy might be a good idea. Put him right here. I can't do much. I don't have any money. It's that lovely little like scenario where there's really not a whole lot I can do because I don't have any cash. Don't have any cash, so I can't make more cash. And of course, as soon as I sell all my Federati soldiers or my mercenary soldiers, of course they're done. They don't need to worry about anything right now. That's when the Huns move in. All right, let's see, what can you do? Spread religious influence. I could use you down over here, sir. At the very least. Oh, that's right, because I have a theater in here. No, not a, oh, crud. Alright, I'm just gonna auto-resolve both of the, how is it that they have that? You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna... I'm sure your take is fine on it, sir. Okay. Now, let's see here. Bu -bu 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 -bu. Let's see. Another frickin' rebellion while I'm already dealing with an active rebellion! I'd love for someone to explain to me how that works. It's like that old meme about Facebook. It's like, hey, while you're doing your Facebook, I put a Facebook feed in your Facebook while you Facebook. And it's like, oh my god, that's so bad. Alright, let's see here. -19. Let me guess. Ace instability, -1 per turn. So in 2 turns it'll be gone. In 2 turns I'll have another rebellion on my hands. Good lord. And these guys gotta go. Abdanians. I don't remember the Abdanians being up here, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Malacca. Is that a curse word in like Greek or something? Malacca. Ham, you know Greek. Tell me, what does Malacca mean? It means something bad, doesn't it? Pikes from the Vandals. Wait, what do they got? What can they do? Stationary testudo. Ugh. And let's see. Wow, they've lost a lot of ground. But then again, usually when I played the Eastern Roman Empire, I just let this whole section fall and just focused over here. These are all your money makers anyway. Thessalonica. Then Corinthus. Alright, let's see if we can get my priests down there. I know I said this is my last turn, but I want to keep going. I want to see if I can get my priests down there to at least start working on the religious side, because I think that's where my biggest problem is the religious side. I also need to get a priest somewhere else, but at the very least I need to get this taken care of. Fine. You're not even doing anything to me, as far as I know anyway. Oh my god. I've got 2 freaking rebellion armies in my backyard. Good lord. It's like the game's going, hey, I'm going to take this. The immigration system in here is really, really weird, but I get it. Like, I really don't like it, but I get it. The only problem is that you can't actually stop them, you know? At least in the first game, you could stop them for the most part. Look, man, this priest is not one that diddles children, okay? Gosh, you gotta be kidding me. This is a good priest. Now, let's see if we can... You already have that, but I need a waterworks. That's what I need. I need a sewer system. Hopefully, Bertigala can hold itself out. I doubt it will be able to, though. It's level 1. Oh my god, another freaking rebellion. They just won't stop. Alright, I'm just gonna auto-resolve that. Just get the game going, or keep it going. I'm usually fighting every fight, but I don't even know if I can afford this stuff. Yeah, no, I can't. But at the very least, I can knock out all these frickin' rebellions that keep popping up all over the place. Siege tower, and then a battering ram. And hopefully, they are too distracted. I'd much rather play defense than offense. As for you, gentlemen, it's going to take so long to get you all back up. 5 turns. Good lord. Okay, well, at least nobody's taking on Vesantio. That's always nice. Now, let's see if I can kill you guys off. Yep. Overwhelming forces. Just kill them. Be done with it. Yeah, almost no casualties. So at least that's 2 things off of my plate. Another rebellion. Ay. It's just, now I know how all those Romans felt. Constantly putting down rebellions. Also, my guys are sick, but that's you know, neither here nor there. I really need to get waterworks up for this place so that this doesn't happen so much. Also, it wouldn't hurt to retake that place, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Oh, man. Roman paganism. What can I turn that into? It's public order +7, though. How is it -4? Rome, stop being unhappy. Manichaeism. I've never even heard of that. What is that? Fountain? Okay. I'm gonna let them starve themselves out. At least for a little bit longer. For you guys, I'm taking y'all within the next turn. Oh, hello. Flavius Neotarius. Then Secundus Celestus Gracchus. You are a governor, so let's definitely reduce that corruption down. Corruption will definitely be a problem. 40% of my money every turn goes to corruption. I hate that mechanic so much, but I understand why. Like, I don't actually, I do and I don't. Like, if you just didn't have the corruption factor, you could just tone down the amount of money you get from each area. So it's almost as if it's a mechanic that's designed to just be there to just be there. Now, I mean, I will say in like Shogun 2, my biggest problem in the Fall of the Samurai campaign is the lack of money you get. There's just not enough of it. No matter what you do, you just can't get an economy going that really is balanced. Either you have one settlement that produces like a third of your income, or nothing. Like everything else is playing in like single digits or a few digits here and there for income. It's bad. I would still say it's not unbalanced. It's just really, it really sets you up for failure if you do it wrong. And even then, long-term growth in that campaign is not likely. Because just like this game, there's a time limit for the actual campaign, which I hate. I hate time limits for these kind of campaigns because I play slow. Because I'm a slow person. You heard me. You can take it out of context. It's fine. Ugh, that doesn't even sound Roman. It's obviously foreigners. There we go. That sounds Roman. Shut up, Ham. Shut up, whore. Alright, let's get these guys over here. Are they? Yeah, this will probably need to be my final fight because I'm getting tired and I have a very long day tomorrow. I have to deal with people tomorrow. Attack! Whee! Run away! Stop burning everything. My horsies? How did I know my horsies sound like this? Oh, big duh. That's how all horsies sound like. Whee! Oh, there go them. It's social. Oh god, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. It's social calls. That's what it is tomorrow, and I wasn't really ready for it until this afternoon. Someone's like, "Hey, we have to go do this tomorrow," and I was like, "Oh, please God, don't do that. Don't make me do that." They're like, "Yeah, we have to," and I was like, "No, okay, fine." Oh wow. Am I winning this? There's no way I'm winning. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, there those guys go. Okay. So one of the things I've been thinking about is I saw Necromunda Hired Gun. It's a brand new game that I think just got released by Focus Interactive, the same guys that did Space Hulk Deathwing. And I may want to do like a little blurb on Space Hulk Deathwing. I know no. But yeah, I'm thinking about maybe doing like a little review off of Space Hulk Deathwing. I know Ham has played it with me. It's got a lot of problems. Wow, I won. I'm surprised. And Deathwing had a lot of problems, and it looks like some of those problems carried over into Necromunda. Um, but the one thing that I will say is that being a really big fan of the Warhammer universe, they do a fantastic job on environments. When you look around in Deathwing or in Necromunda, it looks like it should be what they say it's supposed to be. I really appreciate that. I really, really like that a lot. Um, and so it's one of those things where it's like it makes me grudgingly say that I did not like something or that it's not my cup of tea. For Necromunda, I saw it, I saw the gameplay, and I don't think I really appreciate it. Oh crap! I thought we made peace, you son of a biscuit. Run. God darn it. All that time wasted. 5 turns wasted. Oh my gosh. And you don't even supposed to exist right now. Or you're not even supposed to exist right now, you bugger. Alright, well. I'm just crying over it now. But I saw Necromunda, and it looks like it's gonna suffer from the same problems that like not Wolfenstein. What was that other one that was? All right, let's see here. Can I have the forces to fight? No, that's way too many. I would be on the losing end. Nabo. Eek. And it's not that it looks terrible to me. It just looks like there's enough with it that's wrong that I don't think I'd be very interested. What it looks like is Doom, the new Doom style, which I don't like, with a Warhammer 40k kind of setting. And that's honestly not a bad mix, but it just doesn't really feel like my kind of game. Deathwing feels like it's way more up my alley. I like Deathwing to begin with, but definitely has a lot of problems that they just did not address. They didn't do a very good job with it. And it makes me sad because that game I love that game. I love me some Deathwing. I really don't like the new style of Doom. I just don't like it. It's I think I bought it in like a bargain bin one day, and even then I was like, I just don't like this. It's just not my kind of game. I paid $5 for it, and I think I bought it off Steam for like $5 or $6, and I actually never returned games. I returned the new Doom. I did not like it. And again, I'm it's one of those things where it's like I'm happy that people enjoyed the new Doom game too. I actually don't care if people liked it or disliked it. It's just not my kind of game. I grew up with classic Doom, Doom 2, and then Doom 3. And Doom 3 scared the living crap out of me. I think it was one of the first horror games that I played where I learned that I had no stomach for horror whatsoever. And I remember like a family member of mine actually threw my door open and yelled my name while I was playing Doom 3, and I was so scared I actually fell out of my chair. Because I wasn't ready for it, but because I was so on edge, just walking around with my little flashlight that didn't illuminate much of anything, that as soon as he flung that door open, it freaked me out. I think eventually I beat Doom 3 eventually, but I think I had to use like a cheat code or something. I had to use well, I guess mods is what they would call them, but basically it was a mod to put a flashlight on the end of all my guns. I guess yeah, this would be like early days of modding, at least for me anyway, because what the mod did was they actually put like a little graphic for a flashlight on all of your weapons, That way, like the reason was like, okay, there's no possible way you couldn't, you know, there's no possible way there wasn't some way to attach a flashlight to a weapon on the Mars station. Like, at least duct tape exists somewhere, you know. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I'll use that. Then I think I used the cheat code, or like the console commands, to give myself drones, so I could actually spawn drones randomly, so I didn't have to fight, because I was like, I just couldn't handle it. I wanted to play it. I liked the Doom 1 and 2 stuff. That wasn't scary for me, but Doom 3, I just couldn't handle it. I just couldn't do it back then. Now I could probably do it without a problem. I say that, but you never know. Maybe I'll play it again, and I'm like, nope, no, I can't. But I enjoyed Doom 3. I really did like it. I liked the idea of it. I liked the creepy, weird vibe out of it. I don't know what it was about it, but even my not liking horror and not being able to tolerate horror very well, I still really enjoyed it, and I wanted to play it. It's really weird. I wish I could describe that level of cognitive dissonance of I hate horror so much I never play it with I really, really enjoyed this horror game that I cheated my way through because I was so terrified I couldn't play it. Like, I'm not sure what the word is for that, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't make me sound very good. I know I plan to have Ironham play some horror games with me in October. He doesn't know that yet though, so don't tell him. I don't know, man. I assume that there are some people that I know in my social circles that absolutely love horror. Like, they thrive off of it. Like, half of their movie collection is all like horror and blood and gore movies, and the other half is like really dark stuff. Like, they just love that dark vibe, and I like dark stuff too. I like the movie Alien is my favorite movie. It's I don't consider it a horror movie though. I consider it a thriller. Maybe that's just my way of you know compensating, or not really compensating, but that's my way of rationalizing why I like it. I don't know, but I like the movie Aliens. Those are my favorite movies, I think, by far. Even though they're essentially horror movies, I love them. Doom 3, I enjoy it. It's probably one of my favorite games from that era. But I have only played it once, and it scared the living crap out of me. All right, let's speed this up. Let's not prolong the inevitable. I did my best. I have no regrets. Ugh. Starting to yawn like every other breath now. This is bad. I should have had more soda this evening to wake myself up. All right, how many did I kill of them? They lost what? They only lost 300 guys. Jeez. Now that being said, yeah, my guys weren't that tough. So, all right, what's next on my list is Armigiri Defensores. Yeah, so I'm gonna start moving into Federati troops, not Roman troops. Ugh, so uncouth. Having to lean on the Federati. Alright, now let's get a church up in here. Even though it's going to cost me money! And let's see. Can I take this settlement? I should be able to. Oh, so I'm not ready yet. You have freaking artillery boats? What is this nonsense? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, actually, I need to probably break off this and go take back Caesar Augusta. I really don't want to fight this battle, so I'm not going to. There we go. Problem solved. I want to actually get closer through the game. Like, I mean, otherwise I'm just gonna sit with like on very, very low number of turns and just keep dragging this out. Alright, let's see. I would like to take Elusa back, but I can't. And now I've got two giant freaking armies on my doorstep. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to break through that. Especially with the Geats there. Ugh, and now Honorius, I can't even get him over here because they're just not going to work. Let's get them upgraded. Why are you in the water? What is wrong with you? Now, let's see. Where was my... Is it over here? Where was it? I still can't afford to fix that. Ugh. Might as well upgrade the army. Let's see if I have the money. Alright, let's get you over here. And let's see if we can knock down that Greco-Roman paganism. Filthy pagans. Okay, very good. So it's starting to knock down that paganism. Can't be having that paganism running around. It's dangerous. Now, this army has a... Oh, did I beat this? I don't remember having a fight over here in this area? Question mark? I don't even know what this is called. Insula Occidentalis, whatever it is. Either way it goes. I don't remember having a fight here. Either way it goes. Let's go ahead and kill them. Or at the very least, push them off of my waters. Just kill them. A bunch of transport ships just took out a navy. Okay. Man, they got some movement range. Good lord. What have I given this guy that gives him so much movement range? I want more of that. Is it something I gave him? No? Weird. Man, this guy can move. But if you notice, I don't have a navy yet. I literally can't afford a navy. Not that I could really use one right now. Nobody's attacking me from the ocean. I keep saying this, but one more turn. One more. It's like an addiction. Just one more bite. One more bite. One more turn. Right? One more turn. Oh, let's kill this guy too. Hello. Cairo Bellistra. Cataphractari. Jeez. Yeah. Let's just right through. Just knock him out. Let's get these turns going. Let's get further in the game other than just a few turns a night. Like, I think the average number of turns I do, well, other than right now, is ridiculously tiny. I think it was like 2 to 3 a night. Which I'm like, oh, by that time, I'll be dead before we finish this campaign. Okay. What if I just raid? Can I raid? Might as well. I mean, I'm not doing anything else right now, am I? As for you, you're still recovering. Ugh. The Gauls. Ugh. Filthy creatures. We all will be. It's the last one that I can have the settlement back. It's not fair. It's not fair. Oh, Alamans have taken Colonia Agrippina. I wonder if... Can I make peace with anybody? Dacians, the Dacians? Nope. Eastern Empire, Abdanians. What are you? Why are y'all way over here then, you little buggers? Franks. The Franks. Oh, the Franks. They have a very short-lived history of, you know, being not terrible, and then they eventually become France and, you know, become terrible. I often enjoy looking at history, like where things come, like where groups come from, and then like what they are today. And I try not to do it too much with Americans because it makes me feel sad. But like if you look at the Franks and the Germans, it's like, dude, your ancestors were like intense. Like what happened to you? Like really, what happened to you? Yeah, the Franks were very short-lived, at least from what I know. The Saxons. Let's see if we can make peace with the Saxons. Nope. Can I make peace with the Visigoths? Nope. If I can wipe out the Western Roman separatists, that'd be great. And the Vandals, that darn horde, is just sitting on my front yard, pillaging, and I don't want to go to war with them because it's 2 full stacks of soldiers. I do not want to fight that. Where's that supply depot? There it is. Alright, one more turn. One more turn. Okay, I'll just convince myself. One more turn. One more turn. As I keep saying to myself, again, just maybe this time. Maybe this time. Yeah. No, leave me alone. I just want to raid and pillage, just like you guys. Except I don't have a secondary army to knock out the Geats this time, so I've got 3 stacks of armies in front of Bertigala. There's no way in hell I'm winning that fight. I can make them pay for it a little bit, but I'm sure they all have freaking onagers. Ugh. It's not fun, chat. It's not fun at all. And if it wasn't for that, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those freaking Geats. The White Huns. I don't know anything. I don't even know if those things are real. I mean, I'll have to Google search those eventually because I don't know anything about the White Huns. Ah, the Eastern Romans. Ah. So now the Eastern Romans, whenever the West started falling apart, the Eastern Romans got really hardcore. And I mean hardcore. I mean, there was a queen regent, I guess you could call her. Oh, crap. They're going to make me have this fight. Oh, little buggers. All right, fine. Let's have this fight. Let's do it. These guys got super hardcore, super fast. And at one point, this queen regent person, I'm going to totally cheese this, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to make them come to me in a corner. I hate doing this crap, but it's the only thing I can think of. With that much cavalry coming in at me, I just don't see how this is going to work out very well. No, come here. Yep. And that's okay. But yeah, this Queen Regent actually, when her son becomes to get too old and starts being able to take over the throne as he's supposed to, instead of letting him, she just gouges his eyes out. I mean, that's pretty hardcore. I don't think I could do that just for a fancy seat and crown. But maybe that's why I don't have a fancy seat and crown. I wouldn't be willing to shove or tear somebody's eyes out. I forget her name though, but I was just like, dude, that's your kid, man. Like, you gave birth to that guy. Like, and then you just tear his eyes out? Like, because you're like, oh, I don't want to give up my power. It's like, but you're going to have his attention anyway. I mean, like, Literally, just because you aren't wearing the crown doesn't mean you can't control stuff. Like, what's wrong with you? I think he was like, what, 13 or 14? I can't remember. He's really relatively young, even by today's standards. It was for the best. Actually, I think there's an argument for that because she actually wasn't that bad of a ruler, but I think she's the only Roman empress to have ever existed. To stand alone anyway, which is another weird thing that happens. But even then, I would have rather, again, I have all the things to do to blind your child just so you don't have to give up the crown that you don't even have the right to have. Like that just drives me nuts. I don't know. Like if my mother blinded me, I think I would have rather her just killed me at that point. I think this is my personal opinion, but like, if my own mother was that vindictive enough, I would have been like, just kill me, just do me in, because obviously the moment I get out of line, you're gonna kill me anyway. Come on, come at me. Now I see some movement. There they are. I don't know what's taking them so long to get here, though. Hey, eventually we might get there, man. If you don't cut your kid, it's because you don't love them enough. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm not trying to ambush nobody. I'm just trying to make it to where your onagers are useless. Well, then come on, man. Let's see if I can move you guys right in here. Come on. I know this is boring to watch, but I'm not about to lose my army to these people. I'm not about to lose one of my only armies to these freaking psychos that just can't seem to not rebel. For relatively heavily armored units, these don't look heavily armored. These guys look like they're in jerkins and shields. Oh, they're still going to bring their onagers up. God darn it. I was hoping they'd go slower than that, but they're being smart about it. Stop being smart, computer. I mean, either way, they're going to have to get right up in my face to actually use them. So, there's that. Oh, I heard Disney is making an XCOM-style Marvel game. And my first thought to that was, oh my god, why would you do this to yourself? Like, why would you actually do that to yourself? And then I thought about, I think somebody mentioned that we get to see Iron Man get shot in the face and then, like, die. And I was like, oh, well, that might not be so bad. Or Captain America or Captain Marvel. I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe this will work. Maybe this can work. Alright, come at me, bro. Yeah! It's a terrible ambush. Really? How? Hey man, I like XCOM style games. I know they're insanely frustrating, and I get why some people don't like them, but I like XCOM. Even though I've lost, 3 games now, recorded, I like XCOM. I still do. Now, an XCOM style Marvel game, I'm not so sure about that. That sounds a bit meh for me. I don't know about that. Yeah, I think the reign of the superhero video or superhero movie is coming to an end very quickly. I think that a lot of people are burned out on it. I know some people that would, if they just kept going, they'll always make money off of them. But I think the average person is pretty much done with that. And the more that they do with it, the more people are just going to be done with it. Oh, don't you worry, sir. Lord of the Rings is coming. The new Lord of the Rings. Ooh, can't wait for that. Can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. Teletubbies turn-based strategy. All right, I'm willing to hear this pitch. I'm willing to hear hear this pitch. Well, whenever you have certain people in the production of it saying, "Hey, we're here to make a more diverse Lord of the Rings," I think it's a hard pass for me too. That's a hard no for me, dog. It's like, we're so excited to make a diverse Lord of the Rings, and my response is, why don't you just make Lord of the Rings? why can't we just make Lord of the Rings? Why does it have to? Why do you have to call it diverse? It's got elves and like men and dwarves. That is your diversity. Like, you're done. Like, that's it. You've won. It's like, no. And then I heard somebody make the argument that orcs are black people, and I lost it. I was laughing. Oh my gosh, this sounds even more horrible whenever I read that. It just sounds terrifying. Oh god, no. There's a hole in this. That's not good. I don't want to charge everybody in there, but I may not have a choice. Tell you what. Charge everybody down there. At least these guys down there. Yeah. Alright, if these guys are going to break, that means I can fold the line up on them. But no, the idea that, Tolkien's work needs to be updated, and I was like, well, first off, you people are the worst to update anybody's stuff. Second off, like, why would you, like, if you feel the need to update somebody, like, a work that was done that long ago, perhaps you're the one in the wrong. Alright, let's see. Matanier. Oh, and their commander's down here, but these guys' goal isn't really to do much. Exactly, it's fantasy. It's not meant to be like real life. It's not. If I wanted real life, I would have chosen like a drama or something that's real, or at the very least something that's historically accurate. But no, they have to make stuff annoying and awful all the time, and there's no way around it. Nobody's even attacking the right side, so I guess I'll just move my line up. I will fold my line in a somewhat Hannibalistic way. Oh, crap. Crap. No. Back up. Don't be caught out here. Especially against those guys. That's gonna be bad. Ugh. Come on. Let's see, what's the balance power looking like? Where'd it go? Where'd the balance power go? Oh, there it is. It's up here. So I am winning by man count, but I feel that I'm not winning by morale just yet. Oh my god, more! Oh god dang it, those are Palatina guards. I mean, I'm gonna just get slaughtered here. There's just no way around that. It's just, there's so many of them. There's just so many. I need to break these guys. this guy's gonna break soon. Oh, stop. Alright, you, stop. Yeah, there we go. You, where are you? Yes, very good. Now, get over here and start throwing those. Well, it's not like anybody pays attention to the lore anyway, half the time. I know people that are mad at, like, the Lord of the Rings movies, and I was like, look, for a film adaptation, the Lord of the Rings movies are really good. Like, we should be very grateful that we got 3 solid and good movies out of that. And there's a lot of stuff you can do there. A lot. But instead, they've decided, nope, we have to cannibalize and destroy stuff that already exists. Because... for reasons. Well, if there's a time to move forward and fight, now it is. Now is that time. Chase them down. I am slowly winning the balance of power, but it's gonna be close. I'm gonna lose a lot of guys. Those Palatinas, god dang it. Fantastic. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Yes. It only cost me my army. That's it. Yeah, and that's why I didn't want to fight that battle fairly. Because I was just going to be bleeding soldiers the entire time. Oh, that was painful. But I probably knocked out an army or two. Do I want 8%? Let's do it. Really? I didn't knock out a single army? Yeah, I just made them retreat. I just forced them into retreat. Jeez. Not one of them was actually fully defeated. Oh my gosh, that's painful. It's so painful. It's so cringe. Let's see. Mission failed. Well, hold on. Marginal regionalization. Where's that? Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, sorry. Sorry, game. Alright, let's see here. I need to move you back to Octoduran. Let's get everybody upgraded. At the very least I can do that. Let's get everybody upgraded. Oh, hello. More to upgrade. Okay. Let's see. What's the average? So let's do the middle of the road. That works. Yeah. Now, I also need to get somebody out here to make these guys happier, I think. Perhaps I can take this place back with Honorius. Alright. How much does this cost? 113. So I'll get maybe 3 of those done at most. Alright. I really got to take care of the Allens here too. These Allens are not helping. They've been raiding here for a long time, it seems like. Alright, let's see if I can get that back. The relatively healthy army, yes. And there's no one around to help me, so... You guys are still busy. But oh, hello, hold on, I can maybe use this to my advantage. guys up here. Oh wow, y'all are... This is gonna be a really one-sided fight, I suppose. Let's get you there. I'm just gonna auto-resolve that. Honorius actually doing something useful. Yeah, if Honorius actually entered the battlefield, he'd be dead. Occupado. Alright, now for you. Like siege towers. Like, I want to see if I can get this. I want Tarako to be under my control. I know it's getting too late. I really wanted to get Tarako under my control before we were done the night, but it's just getting too late. I can't justify that. But it was fun. It was fun while it lasted. Couldn't get them all. Oh well. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream this evening. We'll be picking up next Friday with the next Roman Emperor. I wonder who it will be. In the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I will see you all tomorrow where we will pick up our XCOM playthrough. If you want to talk to me outside of this, you can always get just pop in on the Discord server. The link is in below. And I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.